Hello students, in today's lecture we'll be learning about the concept of core competence. This concept has been coined by C.K. Prahalad and Gary Hamel. C.K. Prahalad is a Indian management thinker and he's a professor at University of Michigan Business School, and Gary Hamel is from London. Both of them together, Prahlad and Gary Hamel, together wrote an article named Core Competence, and it was published in Harvard Business Review. And this is the article which became very popular, and it is one of the most reprinted articles. That means it was again and again printed, and the concept of core competence became more popular because of this reprinting. Okay, and it gained importance in modern management. Now the next thing is that what is core competence. So core competence means a unique capability in an organization. Now what kind of unique capability? Now every individual, if you consider individual's capability, every individual is different from another individual, right? So some for example, a person named A is good in singing. Yes, he is having a melodious voice, isn't it? That is his capability, unique capability. Other person can't imitate him, or imitation becomes difficult, or that is his competence. So some of them are having good handwriting, good drawing, isn't it? So you can call that it is a capability, your capability which you have developed by working on it for years together. For example, when we say that a person is having a melodious voice, this melodious voice is the result of his tremendous hard work, or which we call riyaz. Every day that person must be doing riyaz, and because of that he or she must be having a good melodious voice. That is his core competence, a unique capability, right? So as like individual, every organization has its own unique capability, right? Because from company to company, when we say XYZ company is a good company, why do we say that? Because you love the product of that company, you are consistently using that product, and you are very much satisfied by the use of that product, right? Because your need is being satisfied by using that product, isn't it? So when you are fully satisfied, you say that this company is having, or this company's product, or this brand of this product, this is a good product, right? And according to you, it's a qualitative product, and it is having a unique ability which other products are not having, isn't it? I'm satisfied with this product. Okay, so what happens that a company wants to have a stable uh, its position in the market, right? And it, at the same time, it has to beat its competitors. It has to it has to develop such competencies in its organization in such a way that your competitors are unable to imitate them. Imitate means to copy them, isn't it? So copying should become difficult for your competitors. That way you'll have to think about your competencies and try to develop them. Okay, now what happened, when a organization has to take a lot of efforts to have a stability in the market, to stand firmly in the market, isn't it? And for that, what does a company do? It will give innovative products to the customers. It will give something different after sales service, before sales service, isn't it? Then the cost of production, it will try to keep it lowest. The price of the product, it will keep low as compared to competitors, anyhow. What is the aim of any business organization is to attract the customers, beat the competitors, and to acquire number one position in the industry, right? So if you want to achieve all these three objectives, what do you require? You must be aware of your competencies, that what good things I am having in my organization, or what are the unique capabilities in my organization which I can develop it day by day, and because of these capabilities, what will happen, I will be able to get the advantage of the competition existing in the market. So what is core competence? It is collective learning. It is developing unique capabilities in the organization. And why you are doing all these efforts? Because you want sustainable competitive advantage, right? So you want to sustain, have a survival, good survival in the market, right? For that you are doing that. So this is the concept developed by C.K. Prahlad and Gary Hamel. Okay, then talking about the definition, core competence is the collective learning in organization, especially how to coordinate diverse production skills and integrate multiple streams of technology. So it's collective learning, as I said. Okay, so you must be aware of what is good in your organization, which your competitors are unable to compete. Okay, then when you are the success of any organization depends upon how it manages its value chain. Value chain activities is a new concept. What is that concept? Value chain activities means all such activities which are performed by a firm to design, produce, market, deliver and support its product, राईट. सो जे पण काही आपण करतो आपल्या प्रोडक्टला चांगलं बनवण्यासाठी किंवा कॉम्पिटिटरपेक्षा पण चांगलं आपलं प्रोडक्ट असावं आणि पीपल शुड गेट अट्रॅक्टेड टुवर्ड्स इट, ह्याच्यासाठी जे एफर्ट्स आपण घेतो प्रोडक्टसाठी, जे राईट फ्रॉम इट्स डिझायनिंग टू इट्स डिलिव्हरी ऑफ दॅट प्रोडक्ट, जोपर्यंत कस्टमरच्या हातात ते प्रोडक्ट पडते, हे जे सगळा जो ऑल दोज ॲक्टिव्हिटीज ज्या येतात ना, त्याला आपण व्हॅल्यू चेन ॲक्टिव्हिटीज म्हणतो. आणि हे सगळं आपण का करतो आहे? बिकॉज वी वॉन्ट टू गेन अ कॉम्पिटेटिव्ह ॲडव्हान्टेज. ओके, अँड यू वॉन्ट टू गिव्ह युअर प्रोडक्ट इन अ at low prices and qualitative product you want to give. So this is what core competence is. Okay, then what happens in short run? A company's competitiveness is derived from the price and performance of its current product. Okay, and also its ability to bring into market high quality low price new product faster than its competitors. Okay, so for this, if you want to bring innovative products in the market faster than your competitors, what you require is ability of innovating new products and lowering down the cost and upgrading the quality. Okay, so therefore you must be aware that what different unique you are having in organization. For example, in some organization your teamwork is very good, your employees are very devoted, isn't it? So why they are devoted? Because your HR policies are of such kind, or you are giving such a good treatment to your employees, you're motivating them in such a way that they are giving their 100% for the organization. They are creative, these people are innovative, day and night they are working for the benefit of the organization, right? So that the team spirit or your good team can be your core competence, isn't it? So this can't be imitated or copied by your competitor. It is your competence, isn't it? So you have to create such other competencies. You have to find out, search out that which are the other competencies which we can develop in the organization. Okay, then what is core competence? Then is it's a collective learning in organization with what, and if you want to go for collective learning, what do you require? A pool of dedicated workers, म्हणजे तुमच्याकडे झुकून देऊन काम करणारी लोक असली पाहिजेत. अ पॉझिटिव्ह कमिटमेंट ऑफ टॉप मॅनेजमेंट टू अवेल द रिसोर्सेस अँड टेस्ट फॅसिलिटीज, म्हणजे तुमचं टॉप मॅनेजमेंटनी इतकी चांगली कमिटमेंट दिली पाहिजे, पॉझिटिव्ह असलं पाहिजे कोर कॉम्पिटन्स डेव्हलप करण्यासाठी. आणि ॲडिक्वेट टाईम टू इंटरनलाइज व्हॉट इज लर्न्ड अँड टू ॲसेस हाऊ मच इट इज इंटरनलाइज्ड, राईट? म्हणजे तुमच्या ऑर्गनायझेशनमध्ये ती ॲबिलिटी असली पाहिजे की तुमचे जे कोर कॉम्पिटन्स आहेत त्या डेव्हलप झाल्या पाहिजेत आणि त्याचा यूज कशासाठी झाला पाहिजे? कस्टमर्सपर्यंत तो बेनिफिट गेला पाहिजे आणि तुम्हाला कॉम्पिटिशनचा ॲडव्हान्टेज मिळाला पाहिजे. ओके, so it is core competence is again a corporate thinking of creating and developing new products and services by optimum use of resources and skills in an innovative way, राईट. वेगळ्या पद्धतीनं नवीन मार्केट कॅप्चर करत, नवीन प्रोडक्ट्स घेणं, बिझनेस डेव्हलप करत 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 तुम्हाला ह्या कॉम्पिटन्सीज ह्या इनोव्हेटिव्ह वेनी डेव्हलप करता आल्या पाहिजेत. त्याला आपण कोर कॉम्पिटन्स म्हणतो. Okay, now moving towards the next part is factors of core competence. Okay, now in that the first one is consistent development. Ata what does this mean? Continuously your organization must think about new product development and new investment areas. Okay, if in existing business you are earning good amount of profit, you should not be satisfied with your present condition. You should always keep on thinking that what new I can give to the customer, how can I capture the market more than my competitors, and how I'll be at the number one position in the industry, isn't it? And for that you have to find out new areas of investment. You should try to expand your business, think about new products to be introduced in the market continuously. So this is called as consistent development. You should not be happy with your present condition and stay idle. It's not like that. You should move ahead. You should always think about tomorrow. You should always think that how I can satisfy my customer by giving him a better product, hasn't it? So this is the first point. And second is your study the competencies. Just now I told you competencies are your unique capabilities, isn't it? So you should, organization should go for self evaluation आणि स्वतःचंच इव्हॅल्युएशन करा आणि बघा की तुमच्यामध्ये काय चांगलं आहे तुमच्या ऑर्गनायझेशनमध्ये. काही ऑर्गनायझेशनमध्ये प्रोडक्टची डिझाईन खूप युनिक असते. काही ऑर्गनायझेशनमध्ये टीमवर्क चांगलं असतं. काही ऑर्गनायझेशनमध्ये मार्केटिंग स्ट्रॅटेजीज खूप छान असतात, isn't it? So it differs from organization to organization. Only the thing is that you must be aware that what is good in your organization. You must be aware of your competencies, because these are the competencies which you are going to use them tomorrow for beating the competition, for taking the advantage of competition in the market, isn't it? So first thing is that you should be aware of your competencies. Next is top management function. In this top management should change the way they are thinking. They should change their policies. They should focus their attention on only one objective, where they should think about that what kind of environment, whether our organization or whether our management is giving the kind of environment which is required by the employees to think in an innovative way. ज्याला आपण म्हणू की कंड्युसिव्ह एन्व्हायरमेंट, की जिथं तुमचे एम्प्लॉईज खूप एफिशियंटली आणि इफेक्टिव्हली काम करत आहेत आणि सतत काहीतरी नवीन देण्याचा प्रयत्न करत आहेत. तर ह्याच्यासाठी टॉप मॅनेजमेंटने काय करायचं आहे, तर त्यांचे थिंकिंग प्रोसेस म्हणू किंवा थिंकिंगचा पद्धत जी आहे ती बदलून फक्त एक फोकस केला पाहिजे की आय शुड फोकस ऑन माय कॉम्पिटन्सीज अँड आय शुड सी टू इट दॅट डे बाय डे माय कॉम्पिटन्सीज आर इन्क्रीजिंग. दॅट वे दे शुड थिंक अबाउट. Next is top manage restructuring the levels of management. Now as you know, there are three levels of management: top, middle and lower. Now here what is expected, that all these levels should come together, isn't it? Because core competence is collective learning. सगळ्यांनी एकत्र येऊन करण्याची गोष्ट आहे. त्यामुळे इथे बाउंड्रीज पुसून टाका की मी मिडल लेवलमधला आहे किंवा मी टॉपमधला लेवल मॅनेजमेंटमधला आहे, मी खालच्या लोअर लेवलमध्ये नाही. हे बाउंड्रीजच राहू नये. ते पीपल शुड कम टुगेदर अँड दे शुड थिंक अबाउट द कॉम्पिटन्सीज. लेवललेस मॅनेजमेंट होऊ देत. आणि या लेवललेस मॅनेजमेंटचा फायदा कुणाला झाला पाहिजे, तर कस्टमर्सला, सप्लायर्सला, इजंट इट? सो हे करता आलं पाहिजे. तर त्याच्यासाठी लेवललेस मॅनेजमेंट एसेन्शियल आहे कोर कॉम्पिटन्ससाठी. त्यानंतर पास्ट अँड फ्युचर. नो व्हॉट डज दिस मीन? इट मीन्स दॅट ज्या वॉट एव्हर डिसिजन्स यू हॅड टेकन इन युअर पास्ट, फ्यू इयर्स ॲगो, in few decades ago, now those will not be working in future. म्हणजे आता तसं एन्व्हायरमेंट राहिलेलं नाही आहे की 5 वर्षांपूर्वी मी एखादा प्रॉब्लेम आला अँड आय हॅड टेकन सम डिसिजन अँड today also I'm facing same kind of a problem, and today I'll take the same solution or make use of same solution. It's not like that. To be you have to change, isn't it? You have to forget your past, because past policies are not going to work in future, isn't it? Because management or the environment, external environment is so very volatile that anything can happen anytime, isn't it? Circumstances are changing every moment, so you can't say that past policies will work for future. Then the next is core of development. So तुम्हाला डेव्हलपमेंट जर करायची असेल तर you'll have to forget your past आणि you should go for your self evaluation आणि सेल्फ इव्हॅल्युएशन करून स्वतःच्या कपॅसिटीज कॉम्पिटन्सीज कशा डेव्हलप करायचा ह्याचा विचार करत राहिलं पाहिजे. दॅट इज द कोर ऑफ डेव्हलपमेंट, इजंट इट? सो काल जे चाललं ते उद्या चालेल, आज पण चालेल असं होत नाही. सो यू शुड फॉरगेट युअर पास्ट फॉर डेव्हलपिंग युअर फ्युचर. दॅट इज वॉट is required. Next is emerging work of managers, right? So now earlier what used to happen, a manager used to have certain qualities and that were sufficient for him to for him to carry out the business throughout his working period. But nowadays the things are very different. Today's manager has to be very creative. We have learned it in modern management that manager has to be creative, he has to be innovative, he should be a person who is able to adapt to the changes of environment, he should be able to handle the workforce diversity, he must be able to manage or learn different cultures, he should be able to handle the people coming from different cultures, right? So he must be having different abilities which are now required where we are going for LPG, right? Liberalization, privatization, globalization, where our country's boundaries are open for multinationals and transnationals to enter the market. Also we are also entering the boundaries of another countries, isn't it? So at this time, this is the situation where you are having lot of challenges in international market, and for that your manager should be a capable person having all those capabilities of creativity, innovativeness, and how to beat the competitor, isn't it? That way you must be having a kind of quality. And next is changing competitive core changing competitive landscape, isn't it? So in that you will be having 4 sub points. First one is cultural and intellectual diversity. Just now I mentioned that now it's not like that you will be working only with your citizens, your countrymen. It's not like that. You'll have to deal with various cultures of different countries. You must know how to handle these people. So that you will be learning. Then next is managing the market volatility means चंचलता. मार्केटमध्ये इतकी अस्थिरता आहे की तुम्हाला त्याच्यामध्ये सस्टेन राहण्यासाठी स्वतःचं पॉलिसीज डिसाईड करावं लागतील आणि यू शुड बी व्हेरी फ्लेक्झिबल की काही चेंजेस करायचे असतील, कारण आत्ता कसं आहे यूज अँड थ्रो पॉलिसी वापरली जाते, इजंट इट? सो आणि सब कॉन्ट्रॅक्टिंग हा प्रकार आलेला आहे. तुम्ही दुसऱ्यांना कॉन्ट्रॅक्टवर देता आणि ते ही ट्रेंड आलेली आहे. सो ह्याच्यामध्ये मार्केट व्होलॅटिलिटी असल्यामुळे तुम्हाला अस्थिरता आहे, तुम्हाला स्वतःचं स्थान बिल्टअप करायचं, एस्टॅब्लिश करायचं असतं. आणि नेक्स्ट आहे की मॅनेजिंग द इम्पॅक्ट ऑफ इंटरनेटमुळे जग जवळ आलेलं आहे, त्यामुळे लोकांना पर्सनल सर्व्हिस देणं खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. पर्सनलायझेशन ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स किंवा आपण कस्टमायझेशन म्हणतो, प्रत्येक कस्टमर इंडिव्हिज्युअल कस्टमरच्या आवडीनुसार त्याला प्रोडक्ट देणं आणि त्याच्याकडे इंडिव्हिज्युअली पर्सनली लक्ष देणे. these are the requirements in today's market. And last is managing the new and emerging customer segments. Now you'll have to study the customer segments. म्हणजे कस्टमर्सचं कसं झालं आहे की त्यांची प्रवृत्ती बदलते आणि त्याचा स्टडी करणं इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. तरच तुम्हाला कळेल की कुठल्या कस्टमरला कसं सॅटिस्फाय करायचं, तरच तुम्हाला ते कळू शकेल. सो दीज आर आयडेंटिफाईंग द कोर कॉम्पिटन्सीज. या पॉईंट्समध्ये आपण बघितलं की आपल्या कोर कॉम्पिटन्सीज आयडेंटिफाय कशा करायच्या, ओके, सक्षमता आपली हे कशी करायची. ठीक आहे. विथ दिस विल एंड द लेक्चर. थँक्यू.